All the world-class artists, players, leaders, authors, and creative people in the world have one thing in common, which different religions around the world know by different names, but they all mean the same thing, which Ryan Holiday calls stillness. Stillness means the art of keeping your mind still in both the worst and the best situations. We all need stillness, but for those who want to do something different, who want to produce remarkable work, and who want to live life, not on default mode, but by design, stillness is the most important. This is not something that only monks, saints, and ascetics should know, but it is an art that, once learned, can help you achieve relationships, money, fame, happiness, mastery, and much more in your film and in your life. This art has been hidden from ordinary people until now, because applying it in real life can truly yield extraordinary results. Whether you are a number or a president, stillness holds significant importance in your life. Therefore, today, I'm going to talk about Ryan Holiday's latest book, Stillness is the Key, an unsigned board strategy for modern life. Ryan wrote his first two best-selling books, The Obstacle is the Way and Ego is the Enemy, based on Stoic philosophy. However, this time he did not focus on Stoicism, but studied various different religions around the world. He found one common thing among all of them, which is inner peace. In all religions, stillness is considered the key to a happy and meaningful life, and all religions urge us to move towards peace. Inspired by this, Ryan wrote, Stillness is the Key. Ryan says that we are currently living in a noisy world, where everything constantly demands our attention. Messages, notifications, and news keep us from being even a little distant. Today, anyone can disturb us whenever they want, and arguments and updates constantly revolve around us. History tells us that controlling our mind, maintaining inner peace, and managing our emotions is an extremely difficult task. Masters believe that through dedication and instruction, we can gradually achieve stillness. The author says that besides meditation, there are many day-to-day activities through which we can achieve stillness. Therefore, today I am going to tell you about 3 such principles that will bring you somewhat closer to stillness. Number 1, and the most important principle, is RDA, to manage your input. In the 1990s, scientists identified the CNN effect, which showed that the 24/7 barrage of media coverage, updates, and information flow does not inspire us to do anything other than be reactive. Today, we have an overwhelming amount of information and entertainment available, more than we actually need. Since ancient times, our brain has been built in such a way that it constantly seeks novelty and entertainment, because it believes that the more information we consume, the better our chances of survival will be. That's why we spend our precious time on media drama and distractions such as news, social media, web series, TV, and arguing with others. American economist and cognitive psychologist Herbert Simon says that this wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. You might not agree with this, but right now, with the wide variety of information available on YouTube, some of you might be reading comments while watching this video, or crawling in search of another even better video. Then, while watching that video, they will continue the same activity. And in the end, despite spending a lot of time watching informative videos, they don't feel good because they haven't trained their mind to be still and focus on just one task. For the solution to this problem, Tim Ferriss, the author of The 4-Hour Workweek, found a solution, which he calls the low information diet. Low information diet. It means a fast for the mind. Due to the internet, our daily media consumption has increased significantly. In this, unhealthy things, like common news, sensational stories, details about others' personal lives, and such things are mentioned, which upon deeper reflection, you will realize that gaining that information will not benefit you at all. Now people have started going to the gym to keep their bodies fit, drinking green tea, and paying attention to their diet. This means they have full control over what goes into their body, but they have little to no control over what goes into their mind. Because right now, anyone can be manipulated through the screen you are looking at. We are living in a time where this screen poses a greater threat than nuclear weapons because it is used to make people laugh, cry, feel good, and can very easily incite them against someone. If you have noticed, these days, most ads feature beautiful female models because they want to target the deep emotions of our minds, making it very easy to capture our attention. Because we are overstimulated. Sometimes a tiny red notification icon becomes the reason for wasting several hours. Therefore, if we learn to control our urges and ignore our impulses, we can achieve mental toughness and a stable mind that can easily focus on work. So, what I mean to say is that just as you eat healthy fruits and think twice before refusing rotten fruits, you should apply the same principle. Apply the same rule to information consumption as well, and before watching any video, article, news, paper, blog, or ad, take action only after thinking a bit, which will make your mind much clearer in just a few days. This is one secret. Successful people, binary, don't tell you that they have even more control over what goes into their mind than they do over what goes into their stomach. Because, just as eating unhealthy things can harm your health, consuming random media can distract your mind, making you lose the desire to work, which can eventually lead to depression and anxiety. I used to think that big people hired personal assistants just to show off, but now I understand that their time is the most valuable. If anyone could come and disturb them whenever they wanted, they would never be able to produce great work. Their assistants are their gatekeepers who prevent common problems from reaching the boss. Because masters work under full tension, it is very important to protect their time and attention. There is a very good saying among people, garbage in, garbage out, meaning that if you want to achieve some extraordinary output, you need to keep a close watch on your input. The better the raw material, the better the product. Number 2 is get rid of your stuff. You can achieve mental and spiritual clarity only when your physical things do not require your attention. That is, the best car is not the one that people keep staring at, but the best car is the one you have to worry about the least. The best clothes are not the ones that are from expensive brands and fashionable, but the best clothes are the ones that are more comfortable for you. In the 20th century, the one who revolutionized Western military strategy, that was John Boyd, who, despite being a special advisor to presidents and generals, lived in a tiny room and used very few things, because he believed that if a person reduces their needs, they can truly be free, as nothing can be taken from them, and no one can make them unhappy. Many times, people buy expensive things for their comfort, and later, taking care of those expensive things becomes a headache for them, worrying that they might get scratched, that someone might break them, etc. So never buy things with your money that require you to serve them, just to keep them in good condition. If you have things lying around for years that are of no use to you, sell them or donate them. Without complete control over your surroundings, you cannot achieve stillness, meaning the more things you have, the more time you'll need to think about them and maintain them. That's why the Chinese philosopher Zhuangzi says that a wise person makes things his slaves, while a fool becomes a slave to things himself. Number 3 is to build a routine. For some people, an endless questionnaire starts as soon as they wake up. What time to get up, what to wear, what to eat, which task to do first, and many such questions that unnecessarily drain your mind every day. That's why a routine is necessary, because when your body is familiar with the activity, your mind can relax, and that monotony becomes your muscle memory. To give an example, sometimes you are so deep in thought that you ride your bike from college to home and don't even remember when you applied the brakes or changed gears, because the process of changing gears and applying brakes has become muscle memory for your body due to past repetition, which does its job. Meaning, because your body's muscle memory is familiar with the activity, your brain can work deeply in thought. Believe what you will, but the truth is that all the game-changing slogans in the world right now have their own routines, and that's the reason for their strength. The idea that stillness can only be achieved through meditation is wrong. There can be different paths to achieving stillness, but the outcome is strength, happiness, mental toughness, control over emotions, and inner peace. In this busy 21st century, stillness can become a unique skill for you, allowing you to think clearly like an alpha male and easily control situations even in high-pressure situations. Before ending the video, I want to give you a golden nugget that I learned from this book. The next superpower will belong to those who have complete control over the information entering their brain, because information generates perception, and perception generates human behavior. I learned all these principles from Stillness, which I really liked, and there are many more principles in it that you might also like. If you want to read this book, I have provided the link in the description from which you will definitely learn something new. Thank you.